Made in Laredo is a production of the Computer Shop Laredo. Again, Pete Astudillo is our guest. Pete, one more thing that's new that I just wanted to mention real quick because I'm a fan of David Lee Garza.
Dude, who's not,
you
man?
got to work with David Lee Garza? What's up with that?
El padrino, the padrino de Tejano music. I've known David Lee since the Emilio days. You know, we go back way back when. And
I have to ask you this. I don't mean to interrupt, but
no,
were you ever considered to be the lead singer for David Lee Garza?
Well, I don't think so.
No?
You know what? I don't think so. Well, when I joined Selena, Emilio was there with that.
Right.
Because Ram had already left. Ram Herrera was, I think Ram was one of the first ones. And after Ram, it was Emilio. And they had a huge success with Emilio. And then Emilio did his thing. And I think that's when Jay Perez came in and Oscar G. And I mean, David Lee, I sometimes say pobrecito that he can't keep his singers, but that's the problem when you're not the main singer. But I go like, make him sign a contract or something, dude.
But he's like the George Strait of Tejano music because he just keeps,
dude, he is amazing.
Yeah.
He's amazing, and for the longest time, it's kind of been an ongoing joke that he would always say, hey, give me a song to record, and I would always tell him yes. But then we would never connect, and every time we would run into each other on the road or something, like, hey, la canción, compadre, ahí te viene. And then finally I did give him some music that it never got to him. And finally this year, again, he called me, and because we did some recordings earlier. No, we did some recordings last year. He helped me on a song, on a country song that I did, believe it or not. And he goes, dame una canción. Like, yeah, man. And so I gave him some songs. He recorded it. It's coming out on the new album. It's called Haces Falta Tú. And a few weeks ago, he calls me. He goes, hey, the song came out great. He goes, how about you sing on it? Like, man, that would be amazing.
So you wrote it?
I wrote the song.
And you're going to sing on it.
And I sing on it with David Lee Garza y Los Musicales.
Wow.
So that's coming out probably in December. And so I'm really excited because, I mean, I'm a huge David Lee Garza fan.
Are we Tejano geeks for being David Lee Garza?
Dude, but no, they're so tight, man. The band, you can, I mean, and of course, to me, the Emilio era was one of the best, but the Jay Perez era. Jay Perez was amazing. And then Emilio had so much charisma. That's what it was. Yeah. No, he was a great singer too. Sure. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna have Emilio fans. Like
I'm glad you said it. I'm not saying
he is an amazing singer, but of course Jay Perez is the voice. But the charisma from Emilio. But yeah, we got that song coming out with David Lee. We also got a Christmas song coming out.
Oh.
Yeah, I just finished recording it last week. Se llama Ya Nació el Rey de Reyes.
Okay.
It's gonna come out this Christmas, so be looking out for that one. What else do we got going on? We got the David Lee thing. We got the Christmas song. I got my song with Chris Perez.
Yet you said you're not busy.
I'm not. Yeah. It seems like I'm not. And I'm gonna start working on a song. I won't give too much, but it's a tribute to El Flaco Jimenez.
Oh.
I wrote it literally not that long. I want to say I literally wrote the song before they buried him because he was in my mind when it happened, and I've always wanted to work with him. So it kind of stuck in my head. And like, man, I never got to work with him, man. Y se me quedó en la cabeza y se me quedó. And I just started putting this thing together. So I'm going to be working on that too for a tribute to Flaco Jimenez. Rightfully so, man. A lot of people don't know that because everybody goes, yeah, he was a conjunto guy. And then they did the Texas Tornadoes. Cool. Yeah, man, this guy played with the Rolling Stones, with Bob Dylan. I mean, Dwight Yoakam. I'm like, he is a freaking monster of our industry.
And so that's coming out next year.
Probably early next year. So let's get early next year.
Let's go back to, you grew up in South Laredo, right?
Yeah.
Went to Nixon.
Nixon, yeah.
Where'd you go before Nixon? I always like to ask people where they go to elementary, middle.
In elementary, I went to two schools. I went to Farias, which is over here on Santa Maria, no?
I think so.
Yeah, that area.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why I ended up there, because I know I'm from South Laredo. At Farias, and then I went to Tomas Sanchez, which is on Springfield.
Yeah, I don't know. I know the names, I just don't know the schools.
Well, the thing is, my family, we were migrant workers.
Yeah.
So those were the migrant schools for the migrant kids.
You worked the fields.
Yeah, I worked the fields. I'm the one that worked the least because I'm the youngest. Mm-hmm. My oldest brother obviously worked the most. But the thing is,
that's what he gets for being the older brother.
Huh?
That's what he gets for being the older brother.
That's what he gets for being the older brother. But when my parents moved here from Nuevo Laredo, in 63. In 63, they ended up in a ranch called Las Palmas, kind of where Rio Bravo is right now.
Okay.
There was a ranch called there, Las Palmas, and my dad landed a job there. Ranchero, that's what he knew, man. My dad and my mom had no education, so they were ranchero. They worked the land, and that's what my dad knew, and that's where I was born in El Rancho Las Palmas, on the outskirts of Laredo. And at some point, I think somebody told him, he goes, you know what, you guys get to make some money being migrant workers. That's what we're gonna do. And my dad tagged along and said, "Hola familia," and from 63 to 76, that's what we did.
So you went to two elementary schools.
Yeah, because those were the migrant schools.
Did you go to Lamar after that? Did you go to
I went to
Middle?
Lamar after that, and when I was in Lamar, that we stopped doing that, being migrants, migrant workers, and then after that I went to Nixon, and then after Nixon, I went to, I think it was LCC at the time.
Okay.
Is it LJC?
No, it was LJC.
LJC. I went to LJC for a couple of years, and after that, after we stopped being migrants in 76, my oldest brother, who had kind of gotten into the restaurant world, he was the chef for La Posada. He started as a dishwasher and worked up to chef and management in La Posada, the kitchen. We opened up a little restaurant in 76 called the Safari Restaurant on Saunders back in the day. So I went from, I said, this is awesome, man. We don't have to work in the fields anymore. But then I was washing dishes. So I went from the field to the dishes.
And who was involved in the restaurant? Was that your parents' restaurant?
My brother. Your brother. My brother, because he was the only one that knew the business.
Ah, okay.
So my brother kind of he kind of convinced my father. He goes, you know what? You need to stop doing this thing, the migrant work. He goes, it's a lot of friega. The kids are going back and forth. Because my brother didn't go anymore. He started working here. He goes, I'm going to start working here. Ya no voy a ir.
Yeah.
But we kept going. And then another brother got married. So then there was only, six of us now, and my parents. So at that point, my brother says, you know what, that same dynamic you use, where you use the whole family to work in the field, los que pueden, he goes, we'll apply it to the restaurant. Desde la cocina, acá las meseras, mis hermanas, el lavaplatos yo, and he gets out of school, lavar vasijas, and that's what we did. And we started the little restaurant. It was a hole in the wall, man. It was a dive. You can ask, you might be too young. Or no, maybe. You remember the Safari?
Is there a Safari now that's like
There is one, and it is a spin-off of that.
Okay.
But the original.
No, I don't remember the original.
The original one was where the Church's Fried Chicken on Saunders and Bartlett is. Okay. It was a Safari motel.
Okay.
And our little restaurant was connected to it. And it was, if that show, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives existed back then, we definitely be in there because it was a hole in the wall. But we became very popular. Yeah. And a lot of politiqueras started going there, of course, the schools. And we became very successful with it. And I mean, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I remember our little restaurant was probably one of the first restaurants I ever saw a line to get in. We had lines to get in a little restaurant. I mean, it was little.
Were you still dishwashing, or did you have other duties?
But then I started, prepping, and then I became a cook, and then I was the night cook, and then through high school and stuff like that. And then, like I said, I went 2 years to LJC, and then my brother, Javier, El Gordo, he goes, hey, let's open up a restaurant in Colorado, because we had a brother that lived in Colorado. And he goes, let's open up a restaurant. He says, it's really good. So I did that when I was about 21. I moved to Colorado to open up a restaurant with my brother. And we did that. And we also opened up another restaurant on Zapata Highway, Don Pedro's, where Narvaez is now. We had a restaurant there too. So we got into the restaurant business. So I thought that's what I was going to do.
How did the Colorado thing work out?
It worked out really well. Yeah. But that's the thing. When I was up there, I was about 21, I think. 21. I was 20 because I couldn't buy beer. That's right. So I was 20. And at that point, that's when I had, the music thing was always in me.
Yeah.
I just didn't know how to do anything. I didn't know how to approach it. I didn't know how to get into it. But when I was there, I guess I got a little awakening. And I met this, I won't get into it too much, but I met this dude that was going to the University of CSU there in Fort Collins, Colorado. And we became friends. And he was a voice major at CSU, and we became friends. And he had an incredible voice, man. He was studying music and stuff like that, and he was studying voice, and he was very operatic, very classical. And he knew that I liked to sing too. And one day he was like, "Hey, sing me something, man. I want to hear you." Like, era medios. And I sang him a song. He's like, "Dude, you have a great voice." He goes, "Really, you think?" He goes, "Yeah, man, you do."
Wait a minute. You're going to tell me that you didn't know at that point you had a good voice?
No, I really did.
Nobody had told you. I read, I don't know if it's true because you don't know what's on Wikipedia. Did you read it? Did you used to sing at church?
Yeah.
And nobody told you you've got a beautiful voice at that
What's
point?
everybody singing at the same time? No, nobody can hear me. And I was a look. But my point is, he was the first legit person, because I thought he was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And for him to tell me, like, "Dude, you can sing."
Mm-hmm.
And I remember he "Dude, you're full of shit."
No, you're
I
good.
hope I can say that.
Oh, don't worry, you're good.
He goes, "No," he goes, "You really can sing." "Do you think so?" He goes, "You know what? I'm gonna set up an appointment at CSU with the music department." He goes, "Will you go?" He goes, "What for?" He goes, "Maybe they'll give you a scholarship or something." He goes, "No, you're full of it." He goes, "I'm gonna do it. I'll do it. Will you go?" "Okay, I'll do it." So I went to CSU, Colorado State, and I sang for the music department, and they loved me and they offered me a scholarship. And
I did not know that about you, Pete.
well,
I
not
really
too
did
many
not
people know that, and I don't talk about that too much. But I didn't take it, of course.
Really?
Because I had a restaurant to run with my brother. What am I gonna go tell?
So they're telling you we're going to pay for you to go to school here, and you said, "Nah, I'm going to go be at the restaurant."
I'm gonna make tacos.
Yeah.
So I didn't think about it too much because I really didn't. I guess I was still very green.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I could really do something or it could be a career. But this guy kind of pumped me up a bit, so I started doing like little with bars, like había un mariachi, hey, get up and sing, and I started singing and I won a couple of contests. Like, hey, maybe I can sing.
Wow.
So from that, I kind of started pumping up, and there was a DJ. They used to go to our restaurant there, and they had like a little radio station in the little town next to where we lived. But that was the Mexicano station. And we listened to it in the kitchen all the time. And I don't remember what that station was. But we befriended him, and then we had bought advertisement from them and stuff like that. So in a conversation, I think my brother might have said, "Hey, pues a te le gusta cantar, dale consejos, give me." Y dijo, "Sí, te gusta cantar." Eran venezolanos. "Te gusta cantar, chico, mira, que mira." Y le digo, "Pues, a ver, cántame una canción." And I sang a song. I had some pistas, in an actual album de Vicente Fernandez, like mariachi songs. And I put it on and I sang El Hijo del Pueblo for him. And he goes, "Wow, man, you sound great." He goes, "Really?" He goes, "Yes." He goes, "You know what? Tomorrow, come to the radio station, bring the album. We're gonna record I'm gonna record you with that pista." And he goes, "And if it sounds good, we'll play it on the radio." He goes, "No way." And he goes, "We will." So I went to the radio station, and he had like a little cabin, this was 1984.
And the pista's like the track of the song, or what is this?
Yeah, like a track.
Yeah. So you sang over the track in this little casita or
And
whatever
then he recorded me, and I'm
was it a house?
No, it was a radio station.
Oh, it was a radio
But
station. Oh, my bad.
But
Okay.
it was a really
Yeah.
little rinky-dinky radio station. And we recorded, and of course I have to get it right, because it's not like, okay, do that track again, know. So I did it about 2 or 3 times. He goes, "It sounds good." He goes, "Let's play it." And he played it for me like, "It sounds pretty good." He goes, "We're gonna play it tomorrow." And I go, "No." He goes, "Tell me what time." He goes, and he sure enough, he goes, "We're gonna announce it." He goes, "But you know what? You gotta do something." I go, "What?" He goes, "So I won't get in trouble, and that way dedicate the song to the radio station." He goes, "Okay, cool." And les saluda. I don't know what. Esta canción con mi cariño para la estación radio. They're call letters. And he goes, "Then that way they won't tell me anything." They go, "Oh, cool." So they did it, and sure enough, the next day we're in the kitchen cooking and stuff. Like, "Oh, it's gonna come out." And sure enough, he played it, and he played it like, "Oh my!" And it just really it blew my mind. I mean, I think I literally started crying. I mean, I'm on radio. I'm
Sure.
on the radio with a little track with a.
And did you have a copy of that track? Do you still have access
I
to
had
that
it in a
somewhere?
cassette, but I
Oh.
have no idea whatever happened to it.
That's fascinating. This is all news to me.
But
I
a lot of
mean,
people don't know
because we
this.
hear about you being in the Bad Boys with Joe Ojeda.
Oh no,
and
that
all
was after.
Yeah, I know it, but I'm saying that's typically what people will read about you.
Yeah.
You were with Joe Ojeda first, and then you met the Selena Los Dinos and all that. But this is news to me.
But no, this
man.
is what sparked that.
Yeah, no, I know.
that
I didn't
interest
realize
in-
that. Did you have any musical history in your family whatsoever? Was there anybody in the family that?
No, but I'm telling my gente ranchera.
Yeah.
Mi gente es de rancho, literally.
Yeah, but one of them could pick up an instrument or
Well,
something.
the thing is, my mom had a beautiful voice.
Okay.
And if anything, I think I might have, I got it from my mom because she could really sing. She had a beautiful, very pretty voice. She never did anything with it. I mean, she sang in the kitchen making tortillas, like all our moms do. Or do they?
No, not anymore. They did.
So I think I
Back in
got
the
it from
day.
there, not from my dad. I think I might have gotten the passion of music from my father
Okay.
because he loved music, but he was a horrible singer. But he loved, and he would always tell my mom, "Okay, let's sing in harmony." And I would be looking at them like, "What the hell is a harmony?" But my dad knew enough to know what a harmony was, and my mom would be singing beautifully. My dad trying to harmony, like no, it doesn't sound good. So
And that's ironic because you ended up harmonizing a lot with Selena,
Yeah,
and
I did. I
mean,
did. I
and
did
back
a-
then you didn't know what it was, but your dad wanted to do it.
Exactly. So then when we did that thing and I heard myself on the radio, that really kind of was like an eye opener. Like,
yeah.
and it really shocked me in a really cool way. Like, wow, maybe I can do this. And because of that and all the little things that were happening, my brother, my camarada, telling me that I could sing, and then there's radio people telling me I could sing, and then we do a little demo, and then I'm on the radio, like, and they would play it like 2 or 3 times a day.
Wow.
And I'm like, what the hell? Maybe I can sing. So I told my brother, you know what? I'm going back to Texas. And he goes, what do you mean you're going back to Texas? Like, I need to.
Were you still doubting yourself?
Yes,
I mean,
of course. And I go like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I need to try the music
Yeah.
thing, because if I don't try it, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna be 30, and I'm gonna be regretting it. Because so I need to try it. And I'm not that young anymore. I was already like 22. Because I was in Colorado for a couple of years. I left when I was 20, so about 22, 23. No, I need to try. I'm sorry, man. I me voy. And so I came back to Laredo. I got back at LCC or LJC, and I joined the stage band with Mr. Compian.
oh wow.
And I started taking some other courses. I might as well get an accounting degree or something.
I read that you got an accounting degree. I said, how did that
Hombre,
happen?
I flunked out like
Oh.
horribly.
I was like,
But I was taking accounting classes, but mostly I was at the stage band with Mr.
Yeah.
Compian. And Mr. Compian was also very helpful. He was the director there for LJC at the time, and I joined the stage band because the stage band, for the people that don't know, because they don't have it anymore, was really like this band that would teach you how to be part of a band.
Sure.
And like do harmonies and there was the dynamic of a band, which was really cool. And I remember walking in, and it was a whole band setup with horns and everything, percussion players, and this is Pete, he's the new guy, la 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 la. And but they kind of put me to the side, and there was 3 girl backup singers, and there was this
wow.
girl at the time, Veronica Ramirez, the singer,
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
and she was the star of the show because she was, of course, she's amazing. And
Wow.
saludos para Veronica.
She sings in the cathedral. At the
Yeah,
cathedral.
she was there at the
Assistant
time,
choir,
and she
yeah.
was amazing.
Yeah, she does have a beautiful voice.
And of course she was singing some songs, and I'm like, oh my God, maybe I'm over my head here. But sure enough, they didn't have any male singers, so Mr. Compian was very glad that he had me, and he started giving me songs, and he's like, hey, you can sing. And then sure enough, I think about a week later, he took me to see Mrs. Prophet, who was the voice teacher there at the college, and he goes, you got to hear this kid sing. And she made me sing for her a song, but I don't even know what I sang for her. And she goes, I want you to go right now, register, you're with me now. So she told me to go register for her class, and she started giving me voice lessons. And then she just go like, you need to sing anywhere they let you sing. He goes, there's an audition for The King and I, this play. You got to go. I go, I don't do theater. I don't do it.
Yeah.
He goes, no, you got to go audition. You go audition and do this and do that. And then she teamed me up with this other lady that did wedding weddings and played at church, like for weddings.
Did you like singing? Was it
Oh,
something you
hell
thoroughly
yeah.
enjoyed? I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, man.
you
I
did.
really did.
And at this point, are you still questioning yourself,
Heck
or are you
yeah.
starting to realize,
No,
I can do this?
I'm still questioning myself,
Yeah.
but there was a lot of support. Mr. Compian, my
Yeah.
voice teacher. I started singing at church, like during wedding ceremonies, and I even sang at a funeral one time.
Really?
Yes. And then at that point, I was doing that. I started doing a little bit of theater, like local theater, and I really started enjoying it.
Yeah.
And at that point, that's kind of when I met Joe Ojeda, and that's when we took a different route.
You're watching Made in Laredo. We're talking to Pete Astudillo. This is a production of Computer Shop Laredo.